Hello, how are you? This is JilliBling, and it's been a while. I've been working on Christmas cards and enjoying Christmas parties and stamping a lot with friends, and it's time to be back, and it's time to do something other than Christmas. So this project I've had sitting off to the side. I have a sample of it, I'll show you in just a minute, from Diane Long, and she made this card and I loved it, very similar to this. So I wanted to do something similar, and I set it aside, if you could tell, in fall. And I thought, I'm going to do this. And I never did. And before you know it, it was time to get going on Christmas, this and that. It's been sitting right here on my desk in a box, waiting. But today is the day. And I made a lot of different samples for a lot of different seasons. And this card is great because it could be used for any occasion. Dear friend, we could always use that. Do you recognize the new embossing folder? And what about these gems? These gems are in the mini catalog and they are called Champagne Iridescent Dots. And look at these. Is that fun? And there's 3 different sizes in there. And I was wondering, what would they go with? And this is an old color. I think it's called Terracotta Tile, and I mixed it pretending like it is coral, which works. If you weren't comparing them side by side, you can't tell. But these are such a nice accent. I think that they're a perfect combination in between crumb cake and like a coral color. So this is the first card. Do you recognize the new punch? This is a postage stamp punch. The stamp set is old, but you can use any flower you have. And I was looking for like open flowers that you could color in, but just something to act as a background. So this is one of them. Thinking of you. Do you recognize this ribbon? It's the first time I've used it. It's beautiful ribbon. But this is from Quiet Meadow. I'll show you all the stamp sets I used. I pulled out a whole bunch of old ones, a few current ones, and Misty Moonlight. And these little gems are, I'll show you those. I have the catalog open to that page. But I love how this one turned out. Sparkle, little sparkle. And then this is an old set too, used with the old, these old sequins. And Misty Moonlight again. This might be one of my favorites. And this is another old set. But today we are going to use some new things. We are going to use Perennial Postage. So this is in the upcoming catalog starting in January. And this coordinates with the postage dies. I'll show you that in just a minute. So great words in here. Season of Chic we'll be using today, mostly for that little flower right there. And this is like my standby stamp set. It has every season in it, and I love it. I love the words, I love the font. Winter, summer, spring, fall, it's got it all. You're like, what is that? That is a new embossing folder. Let me see. There, you can see it. It is called Softly Sophisticated. It is for free in the Celebration catalog. And you get it, it's a $100 level item, and you get it with a stamp set. And we'll be playing with that later. I was going to use this brand new embossing folder, and it didn't work out. So I'm going to show you what I have right here. It cut beautifully, but for vellum, it's too much. Can you see how pretty that is? But it actually cut through the paper. And the cut, it just didn't work for this scenario. But it's beautiful. This is in the mini catalog. Softly Sophisticated goes with that one. Here's the postage dies. Is that fun? So I'll be using this die and this die. And there's that little postage stamp. We'll also be using meadow dyes for the words and natural prints for the words. Okay, so I have a little bit more to show you and then we'll jump right in. Oh, the old sets, I'll go through them quick. Quiet Meadow is current, great set. Christmas Rose is old, Happiness Abounds is old, Art in Bloom is old, Frame Florets, and Amazing You. But I keep holding on to them because I love them. Okay, so over here we'll be using the Bubble Bath ribbon, and this comes in a 3-pack, 3 different colors. Stampin' Seal. Do you notice the difference in colors here? Stampin' Seal Plus and Stampin' Seal. This is the everyday one. This adhesive is crazy strong, which is what we'll need, but we'll go through that in just a minute. Loose Frosted Dots are an online exclusive. I've used those quite a few times. They came out at the same time Irresistible Blooms stamp set bundle came out, but we'll be using these today. So this was the original card from Diane. Made with love, Diane Long, and I love it. I just love it. She used vellum, and it looks like it's printed vellum, like it has little dots on it. But I didn't have that vellum, so I was trying to make my own. It kind of looks good there, but the cut is just really strong, really deep, and it cuts the paper. And also, I think it's a little bit distractive next to the flowers. So Diane Long, thank you for sharing. I love this. You could see what you've inspired. Okay, we'll be using linen thread, 18 inches, tear tape. These are the papers. In the catalog are the loose silver sequins on page 139. Be using those, or we used them on one of the projects already. And celebration, it's almost time, January 4th, and in here is the embossing folder that we'll be using today. And the mini catalog also goes live January 4th. And this has the postage stamp die. And also the words, Perennial postage. Okay. Let's get to making this card. And I'll put all the paper cut sizes on my blog, which is JilliBling.com. So this is for the words, and these are inside papers and outside papers. Start out by folding the paper base in half. This is thick, white cardstock. Okay, that's inside pieces. These are outside pieces. So this one, let's texture that with the embossing folder. This one can go away. Softly sophisticated. And because this embossing folder is directional, it's important when you put your paper, don't need that anymore. When you put your paper inside the embossing folder, you put it straight. You could use the line at the bottom to line it up, the black line right there. But if you put it in crooked, wherever, then your whole card will look crooked. So I'm going to take a minute to get that lined up. Okay, and then I'll run that through. I know, see how cool that looks though? But you can also tell how much it's folded. So that's why we need a strong adhesive to attach this to the card, get it set down in the card without it popping up. And I will have you know, I tried tear tape, and that has a little bit of a yellow hue to the adhesive. I tried Stampin' Seal. I tried liquid glue, which did work, but I had to have it held down for probably an hour. Which one did I do that on? I think it was this one right here. So it worked really good. Now that I'm looking at that, that worked really good, but I didn't like having it underneath 2 stamp pads that I was wanting to use for an hour. Therefore, pull out your Stampin' Seal Plus you don't have to wait. So let's do that right now. So I'm going to put it on here. And because of all the texture on the embossing folder, it is hesitant to stick. It says, do you really want me to stick to that textured paper? And in my head, I'm saying, yeah, this is your time to shine, Stampin' Seal Plus. Stampin' Seal Plus is a little bit more expensive than Stampin' Seal. So the thing with attaching a piece of vellum is the adhesive almost always, no matter what you do, shows through. For some reason, maybe because this is so textured, it doesn't show through very much, but just about everything does. It's a challenge. So I'm going to put this on to the edge of my paper. I'm going to have this sitting here. This is for the words, but just so I could see the edge and just a little bit of a border. And it works, which is time for applause. Yay! It works. Because, as you heard, I tried quite a few things. And it's surprising that you really don't see it too much. But I think that's just because of this embossing folder being so strong. I mean, it really embosses the paper. It's almost like it, I should look at that. It's almost like it perforates the paper. Looking at the embossing, this is a smooth side. This side here, I don't know if you could tell, it's really raised up quite a bit. I mean, if I put my finger over that quite a few times, my finger might be unhappy. That's quite, maybe it's just embossing folders getting better, but fun, fun, fun. Okay, back on task. Okay, so next is this paper is going to go here, but we're going to put a little flower on it, emboss it everywhere. So crumb cake paper, embossing buddy, and little flower. Season of Chic, this flower. I guess you could do shells. I think the flower and pink, they go well together. And when you're looking at this flower, you're like, oh, that's just a little thing. It's about the size of 2 fingers. And then when you pull it out, it's like, look at that. That flower grew. So if ever, don't cut your paper based on this size. If ever you see something down in here at the bottom, just lightly written, take time to look at it. It says images are 75% shown, the amount shown. This one, they're full size. Many of them are not. Full size, images, 90% what's shown. All the other ones are reduced, just so they all fit on the box, which is very convenient. Obviously these are reduced, but it's nice to be able to see all those. Okay, so Versamark all over the paper, random. Random. I should come up with a plan for the layout. While I'm stamping this. And it's nice to kind of go off the edges. You know, like if you have a piece of wrapping paper, not that I've been wrapping Christmas gifts nonstop lately, but there's that picture of Santa's chimney, and you just get half of it. It's wrapping paper. That's what you expect. So for what we're doing, it's kind of what you expect. You just get parts that are half flowers. Okay. Goes into embossing powder. And next we have to do the words and emboss those too. We'll do that in just a minute. Looks good. Okay, let's do the words. What words? Maybe from the Perennial Postage. I like that new set. How about this one? I know you will get through this. You know, sometimes people they're going through a rough time, and it's just good to have one of these on hand. So I'm at it. Might as well do 3. I think there's some good words for the inside of that, but this also perfectly fits on in one of the dies. One of the brand new dies. So much fun. New product is so fun. And Thursday, tomorrow, free shipping on any $75 or more order. This is time to stock up on stuff. And that includes clearance items. That includes everything. Okay, isn't that cute? So it looks like a postage stamp. Okay, let's see how we're doing. Oh, I need to come up with a layout. Oh, where's that pink bubble bath? Isn't that pretty? I love bubble bath though. Oh, maybe it could be ziggle zaggle. How about that? Doesn't matter what direction. Maybe this direction because all the other ones are the other direction. Well, let's see. I like this one though. That's nice. How about this? Let's do it like this one. Let's go in the other direction. Oh, well, I don't know. Because I took the vellum and I cut part of it off. I put half here and half here. Let me see how well stuck down are they. I might be able to do it. Okay. So, cut it in half. You're like, wait a minute. What if you need that? I need it at the bottom. And when I center the crumb cake panel that we just heat embossed, it'll be good. And you know what? This time I'm going to be smart and I'm going to put adhesive on here. Stampin' Seal Plus. Not too close to the edge. Oh, that works so much better. I should have thought about that before. Okay, let's see. Whoop, this way. Right along the edge. Oh, that's so much easier than trying to put the adhesive on the vellum. Learn something new all the time. Oh, and I want to do ziggle zaggle. Do you see that little sparkle of silver on the edge here? It's really pretty. Probably should have had more of a plan, but I don't. Okay, so this one, the ribbon just going across, but I want to do ziggle zaggle. So I'm going to stick down this crumb cake paper. Maybe I'll use my tear tape just to make sure it hangs on. See, if I have one more finger, it'd be easier. I might have to put more in some of these areas. Or I could do liquid glue. It's like, what would hold on to the vellum? Because the vellum, it almost resists hanging on to any adhesive. I love vellum though. I hear the dog. I would say his name, but that would probably wake him. He's going, whew, whew. He's having doggy dreams. There, adhesive everywhere. Okay, so this will go on to, oh, and host code. That's a host code through, how long? I think like another month, at least through early January. Okay, they're pretty. I love this new die. I love how the black stands out. Oh, and if ever you emboss, and you're like, I saw you do embossing, buddy, but there's still the little white dots. Take your Sharpie or black marker, and because it's alcohol, it will stick to anything. This might not be quite dark enough. Let me get Sharpie. But that will make all those little dots go away. Okay, so now, let's see, I would say wrap the linen thread around, because on all of these, most of them, there's linen thread wrapped around a couple of times. Linen thread, but this time I just want a linen thread bow, just like this, a linen thread bow, and instead of just a band of ribbon, I want to do ziggle zaggle. So to do ziggle zaggle, put some adhesive right in the middle. And I might have made it too big. It's just so pretty. Well, that's kind of pretty. Let's just put it like that. See how that looks? Or is that too big? That might be too big. Probably should have had more of a plan. There, smaller ziggle zaggle. see how that looks. That's cute. But I still have sticky showing through there. Okay, so trim these off. I like the silver. A little bit of silver in that there ribbon. Wonder if it's the same. This is a 3-pack. I wonder if it has the silver same. Let me check. So the 3-pack comes with the blueberry, lemon lolly, and they all have that silver little thread through them. It's very cute. Okay, and then this is going to go on here, but I have to get rid of that adhesive. And if it doesn't come off easy, I'm just going to use my embossing buddy and just kind of dry up the stickiness. Oh, well, this works good. Almost. Okay, so now this is going to go on with black dimensionals. You know, for the longest time, these black dimensionals, I saw them in the catalog and I thought, you only use those at Halloween. Well, finally started using them, and I use them on just about any dark colored item to be popped up. Okay, there it is. Now, this just gets stuck down, which I use. I have all these adhesives sitting out, not Stampin' Seal Plus. Stampin' Seal, regular Stampin' Seal. So on Sunday, we went to Fiddler on the Roof, and that was fun. All the family, plus other neighborhood friends. That's always fun. So, yeah, we got wiggle, ziggle, zaggle ribbon and a double bow. I guess it's a girly card. The inside will be a little simple though. But that linen thread goes so well with crumb cake. It's hard not to put it on. Okay, how about right there? Right here is where the bow will go. Now just let it sit there and absorb the glue, hopefully. Now put on these things. How about 5 of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I want all of them to be pink? Well, let's see how they'd all look. Oh, the pink looks really good. Okay, pink it is. I don't think the yellow. Oh, that looks kind of cute too, though. What about the peacock? That's too dark, but that would be pretty on a different project. The pink looks really good. Okay, I need to find some different size little pieces in here. I just love these things. I think I bought like 5 packages of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, here's number 5. Maybe a medium one. Here's medium. Well, that certainly looks girly. That certainly isn't Christmas. Exactly what I was going for. It's just a sweet card. It's kind of simple. Okay, so for the inside, just going to let that bow dry a bit. I know you will get through this. I know you'll get through this. Here for you always. That's good. So how about that in Crumb Cake and the little flower at the bottom in Bubble Bath. Okay. So Crumb Cake. Just let this dry. Because I know I don't want crumb cake flowers. No. That turned out good. And a little flower all along the bottom. I wonder if I could kind of layer this up. Yep. See, this is just a card of happy. Happy, happy, happy. Oh, I like that. At this point, I think I like anything that's not Christmas. Is that bad? I've been there, done that. Enough of it. Enough, enough, enough. I think every set in the holiday catalog that I bought, I made sure to use. See, now that's an accomplishment. I love how that looks. But you know how it is when you're following your heart. Pink, especially Bubble Bath. Crumb Cake. Yes, I love me some crumb cake. And white. I love black too. Okay, bow, stay on there. I hope you can see how cute those little loose faceted gems, or no, loose, what are they called? Loose frosted dots are. I'll show you in just a minute. Oh. Isn't that cute? I hope it looks as cute as I see it. I hope it isn't just kind of flat and boring to you. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. If you haven't already, hit the thumbs up and subscribe button. Okay, bye.